We feel incredibly betrayed. Thousands of guardsmen forced to vacate the Capitol. Troops get the floor treatment. My name is Hakeem Brown, and that's what we're going to be talking about today on Pop City Culture.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother. Welcome to the most listened to international podcast around the world. Hakeem and Reggie Brown are two young African-American boys speaking the truth. This is Pop City Culture.
Hey. What's up, everybody? Yo, man, in case you guys don't know, we got ourselves a new president. And, I'm going to tell you something. We are playing catch-up here on Pop City Culture. So today we're going to be talking about how the troops got the floor treatment after the inauguration, putting their lives on the line. But like I say, my name is Reggie Brown, and I'm going to hand this over to my brother, Hakeem. Take it away, Hakeem.
Well, thank you, Reggie. And, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff today. But we're going to focus on how the troops were disrespected, basically, after the inauguration.
Yo, man, who are you telling? They were very disrespected.
Now, this is what they said. They said, we feel incredibly betrayed. That's what thousands of guardsmen said after they were forced to vacate the Capitol. But, to hear what happened to them, we're going to get into it. So
get into a whole lot of that, you know what I'm saying?
Get my papers here. So thousands of National Guardsmen were allowed back into the Capitol Thursday night hours after U.S. Capitol Police officials ordered them to vacate the facility, sending them outdoors or to a nearby parking garage after 2 weeks pulling security duty after the deadly riots on January 6th. Now, we all remember the riots that went on.
Yo, man, I remember all those riots. It was a bad time.
It was when President Trump was giving a speech because he was very unhappy about the outcome of the election. He felt it was stolen from him.
Yeah, he did.
And people got riled up.
They sure did.
People got riled up.
Really riled up.
They stormed that Capitol.
They stormed it.
And the people inside, the congressmen and senators, they were scared for their lives.
Of course they were scared. They looked like scared little dogs, man. But I'm telling you, man, they didn't seem to care when it was riots all last summer, you know what I'm saying? Last summer, they had problems.
Well, yeah, Reggie, I'm going to have to agree there.
You're definitely going to have to agree, man.
It didn't seem like it was a big deal when it was Black Lives Matters and people's businesses were getting burnt up. People were getting murdered. Police stations getting burnt down and taken over. Cops were getting killed.
Preach it like you mean it.
Rioters getting killed. But you know what? That's a whole nother episode. You guys can hear that episode we did a while ago. But this one, we're going to be talking about the unfair treatment of our brave heroes and our troops. So, like we said, I think there were like 26,000 National Guardsmen at the inauguration. And congratulations, President Biden.
Yeah, man, congratulations, man. My president.
We know you're going to do a great job, and you have our support. Like with any other president we have, as Americans, we have to show our support. If we don't like you, then we do it behind closed doors. But we don't want to, have so much disrespect where it just tears our country apart. Anyways, one unit which had been resting at the Dirksen Senate office building was abruptly told to vacate the facility on that Thursday, according to the guardsmen. The group was forced to rest in a nearby parking garage.
Say what?
Now,
man, you gotta be kidding me.
They said without internet reception, with just one electrical outlet.
Man, that is a shame.
And one bathroom with 2 stalls for, get this, guess how many troops, Reggie?
100? 100 troops?
No, not 100.
500?
No, Reggie, not 500.
How about a million? There gotta be a million. 2 million or something. A million.
Reggie, there weren't a million troops there.
What? Come on, man.
It was 5,000 troops.
Okay, fine. Say
the
what
other
you
person
want.
said.
I don't know what they said, but you said there's 5,000. There's a lot of troops there anyways. Ain't there? A lot of troops.
Okay,
this is
Reggie,
ridiculous.
whatever. Anyways,
Don't make me
the
look
temperatures
stupid
in
again.
Washington, D.C. were in the low 40s by nightfall. So these guys, they were freezing. And I mean, if you live in the East and you go through winter, you know what freezing is. And I mean, Washington, D.C. is in the East. And it's very cold. I mean, in the daytime, you literally have to
put on a lot of blankets, man. You go outside in blankets, you know what I'm saying?
It's just terrible.
That cold, man.
And
Macho
anyways,
cold.
that was just so disrespectful. A lot of people are saying.
Slap in the
and
face.
A lot of people didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
Especially the troops who put their lives on the line.
Of course they ain't gonna like it, man.
So, Politico, they obtained some photos showing the Guard members.
Oh, no. Somebody got busted. They got busted. Oh, no.
Packed together in the parking lot, sleeping on the ground. And I'm looking at this picture right now, and it is disgusting. It is unbelievable. To even think that 5,000 troops had to go through this in only one bathroom. I mean, and you got COVID going around. What do you think, Reggie?
Man, I think it's a disgrace, man. Especially now that you mentioned COVID, man. Nobody wants to be getting COVID. Then they're gonna be serving their country, going back to their families, probably live with their grandmothers or their mothers or their kids and stuff, and then they're gonna be spreading it, man. That's stupid, man.
All the National Guard troops were told to vacate the Capitol and nearby congressional buildings on Thursday, and to set up mobile command centers outside or in nearby hotels. Another guardman confirmed. They were also told to take their rest breaks during their 12-hour shifts outside and in parking garages. That's what somebody else said.
Man, I'm telling you, man, they'd be treated like dogs, man. I wouldn't even treat a dog like that. They treat people like that, man.
Shameful. This is the response. I guess top lawmakers from both parties took to Twitter.
Say what?
To decry the decision and call for answers after Politico first reported the news Thursday night, with some even offering their offices to be used as rest areas. Now, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, he's a Democrat in New York, he tweeted, "If this is true, it's outrageous. I will get to the bottom of this." And Senator Tom Cotton, a Republican of Arkansas, noted that the Capitol complex remains closed to members of the public. So there's plenty of room for troops to take a break in them.
Man, there sure is.
But, by 10 p.m., Senator Martin Henrich, Democrat.
Man, what's this dude got to say? Tell me. Come on, what do you say?
It says Democrat N period M. I don't know what that means. I don't know the abbreviation of that statement.
I don't know either.
I need to know my geography better.
I do too, I guess.
Anyways, said a situation was being resolved and that the guardsmen would be able to return indoors later in the night.
Well, that's good.
Just made a number of calls and have been informed Capitol Police have apologized to the guardsmen and they will be allowed back in the complex tonight, added Senator Tammy Duckworth, who lost both of her legs in combat. I'll keep checking to make sure they are. Now, a guard resource confirmed late Thursday night that all troops in the parking garages were ordered to return inside the Capitol.
Man, they should. I mean, nobody should be treated like that, man. That's just so disrespectful. It's like a slap in the face, man. Somebody should be.
So, Brigadier General Janine Burkhead, the Guard's Inauguration Task Force commander, confirmed in a statement to Politico shortly after midnight that the troops were out of the garage and back into the Capitol building as authorized by Capitol Police. Watch Commander, they will take their breaks near Emancipation Hall going forward.
Man, they should have been treated with this kind of respect anyways, man. This is something that should never happen. I mean, you don't start nothing, won't be nothing, you know?
In a statement, Capitol Police spokesman Eva
who?
Maliki said the department recently asked the troops shifts to be reduced from 12 hours to 8 in order to allow for additional rest hours away from the Capitol complex. Now, the statement did not explain why guardmen were forced into parking garages.
Man, that's something they should have explained. Man, there ain't no reason for why these people are treated like this. Why would you put these National Guards, our heroes, in garages, man? It just makes no sense, man. It just burns me up, you know,
guardmen who spoke with Politico were not given clear reasons why they were asked to vacate the building. The first guardman said it might have been due to a complaint that some troops were not wearing masks, but denied that was the case. They said they have strict guidelines that masks are to be worn at all times unless soldiers are eating or drinking. A guardman says. Now, I'm looking at some pictures of what's going on there. It looks like everybody's got their mask on. So
looks like that to me too, man. I don't know what they're talking about.
See what everybody's talking about.
They just gotta say something.
You know,
man.
they said
ridiculous.
I don't know what they're saying. So, there's something else I wanted to read. This is from the BBC News. They were talking about. They said President Biden apologizes over troops sleeping in car garage. What do you think about that, Reggie?
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think maybe he should have got his butt down there to apologize in person. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like he sent like mailed a letter or sent a telegram or emailed it or tweeted it or something. It wasn't real personal.
So what they said was U.S. President Joe Biden has apologized after some members of National Guard stationed at the Capitol were pictured sleeping in a car park. So more than 25,000 troops were deployed to Washington, D.C. for President Biden's inauguration after the violence earlier this month. What do you think about all those troops, Reggie?
I think there was a lot of troops, man. 26,000 troops for something like that. Yeah, it's a good thing to protect them, but, hey, like I still say, they should have been there during Black Lives Matter, too, man, because a lot of people's companies and business got hurt.
I'll agree there. There's some arguments going on now. Images spread on Thursday showing them forced to rest in a nearby park and garage after lawmakers returned. So, they do have pictures. I guess, they were called back, but even still, they had to sleep there. And, President Biden called the chief of the National Guard's Bureau on Friday.
On that
Friday to apologize.
I hope he did it in person, man, because it don't sound like he did it in person, man. That's what I heard.
And ask what could be done according to U.S. media reports. So I don't know if they were trying to contain the whole situation.
Man, they were trying to save face, man, because the bottom line is they look stupid, man, protecting the president, and you throw them out there like dogs in a doghouse.
They were trying to contain it and make it look good. But anyways, the First Lady, Jill Biden, she did something. She also visited some of the troops to thank them personally, bringing biscuits from the White House as a gift. So, I mean, I know she couldn't do much. What do you think, Reggie? What do you think about her bringing biscuits from the White House?
I think it's a good gesture. I think it made the troops feel good. But I'm just wondering if she made them herself or if she had people do it. I'm sure she probably had people do it because that's a lot of troops, 5,000.
Well, I don't know if she made them or anything, but this is what she said. She said, I just wanted to come today to thank you all for keeping me and my family safe.
I'm telling you, man, I like this woman. She sounds cool. But where's the president? Do you know who the president was?
I don't know who the president was. The president probably could have came down there too. But, I'm looking at a photograph and it shows hundreds of troops in the parking garage. This went viral, if people don't know this. Viral all over the world.
All over the world, man.
They're in the parking garage on that Thursday, and it sparked outrage, including from members of Congress. So,
a lot of outrage, man. A whole lot of outrage.
It's funny. Everybody talks about President Trump tweeting. They said it's immature. They said they don't like him tweeting. I'm looking at the papers that I have here, and I'm looking on the computer screen. It looks like all these senators and congressmen are all tweeting.
Oh man, that's what you call the pot calling the kettle black, man. They got busted.
Because there's a tweet from Tim Scott, and Tim Scott's a senator, and he says, our troops deserve the utmost honor and respect for securing the Capitol and defending democracy this week. This is unconscionable.
Yo, man, don't hurt yourself.
Unconscionable and unsafe. Whoever's decision this was to house our National Guardmen and women in underground parking lots must be held accountable.
Yo, man, you right. They must be held accountable because this is ridiculous, man. Like I've been saying, man, treated like dogs, man. These are people.
Okay, so now this is something here. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. This is what she says, and she's also tweeting. Yeah, this is not okay. My office is free this week to any service member who'd like to use it for a break or take a nap on the couch. We'll stock up on snacks for you all, too. We're in the middle of moving offices, and it's a bit messy, so don't judge, but make yourself at home. That's a good gesture, but I'm wondering how they're going to get 5,000 troops. If 5,000 troops are actually going to go to her office if they only have one couch. So, yeah, it's really good if they could just, since the Capitol's closed to the public, I don't know why they couldn't just bring in mattresses or the blankets or the sleeping bags there, and they
I don't know either, man, because that would make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying?
But they should be fed and all that stuff. I don't know about that.
That's true, man. Hey, you got one more treat?
Yeah. I have. Hang on a second. I have one more tweet I can read.
Yo, man, you should have all this stuff prepared, man. What are we waiting on?
Is it?
Ridiculous.
Oh, I guess I don't have one more tweet.
Anyways, man, really?
Oh, no, I do. Sorry about Alex Horton from Texas. He said hundreds of guard soldiers relegated to the Senate garage, breathing in exhaust fumes and COVID. Story coming in a bit. So I didn't think about that. If they're all in one area, they're not 6 feet apart like, they're supposed to be. What about this COVID thing? So there are many voices concerned about the conditions with guardmen exposed to car fumes without proper access to facilities like toilets, and after having been alert for days, images of the cramped conditions also sparked fears about the spread of, guess what? What was it, Reggie?
COVID, man. What you think? It's COVID, corona.
That's right, the coronavirus. A U.S. official speaking anonymously to Rutgers news agency said on Friday that between 100 and 200 of those deployed had tested positive for COVID-19, the figure which would represent a small portion of the more than 25,000 deployed has not been publicly concerned.
Man, this is ridiculous. You know you got COVID, and you got all these troops there. Man, don't they care about the troops, man? Somebody should have thought this out. You know what I'm saying?
Right, the thing is, Chuck Schumer, a Democrat, and the new Senate Majority Leader. I keep forgetting that. Chuck Schumer is the Democrat new Senate Majority Leader. He said that the move was an outrage and pledged that it will never happen again.
I hate to be contradicting somebody, but I mean, politicians make promises all the time,
Ron DeSantis, a Florida governor, was also among those who said that he had ordered guards from his state to return home following the controversy.
Now, that's somebody who cares about them troops, man. That's somebody who's a leader, man. That's somebody who says, I care what happens to my people who I send down there
The Senate
protect.
Rules Committee is also investigating the issue, Senate Roy Blunt told Politico. Now, there's a conflicting reports about why troops were moved from the Capitol.
Yeah, they need to get to the bottom of that.
A National Guard spokesman told U.S. media that they were moved on Thursday afternoon at the request of the Capitol Police because of increased foot traffic as Congress came back into session.
Say what?
So the acting chief of the Capitol Police, Yoganda Pittman, later said her agency did not instruct the National Guard to vacate the Capitol building facilities, while two officers contradicted her statement and comments to the Associated Press news agencies.
Well, somebody ain't telling the truth there. We're going to have to get to the bottom of this. This is ridiculous, man. Busted.
The decision was reversed later on Thursday when the troops were allowed to return to the Capitol. So I'm just happy that these guys were back. So, looking at some of the... Hey, Reggie, hand me that paper over there.
Which one? This one here? I'll give you this one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
It says some guardmen will return to their home states in the coming days, with about 7,000 expected to stay on in Washington, according to the New York Times. So yeah, this is like everywhere, and people are very upset about this, very upset, and it's really not a good thing,
Man, of course it ain't a good thing. What are you, stupid?
I guess I'd be upset too if I was disrespected like that. So I'm gonna read some.
Read something. I gotta hear this.
Read some other tweets here.
Good.
This is a tweet. I just had it. Where is it?
On the other side of the tape, that your drink there, right there.
A tweet from Deborah Alfarone. She said, I just talked to these National Guard troops inside the Capitol Visitor Center. They say they're happy to be back inside. I asked where the rest of them are. They said out on the line. So I'm looking at a picture here, and these guys, they got a lot of room. They're at a table with their mask on. I don't know if they're playing cards or relaxing or on their phones. I'd probably say on their phones. But it looks like they're back in comfort because, these people should not be treated like dogs. That really is a disgrace. There's no reason why.
No reason why at all, man.
Why they had to be treated like that. Sleep in the parking garage. And so...
Yep, I hate seeing stuff like that.
That being said...
That being well said. Thank you, my brother.
Oh, all right, hang on.
Go on. What are we going to talk about next?
This will be the last one. Benny. Benny Johnson, military source in D.C. This is a tweet. For the last week, my battalion has been sleeping on the floor in the Senate cafeteria. Today, the Senate kicked us out. and moved us to a cold parking garage. 5,000 soldiers, one power outlet, one bathroom. This is how Joe Biden's America treats soldiers. I'm looking at the photos, and these photos are horrible. But this is what he said. So, in any case, like we keep saying, nobody should be treated like this. These are our soldiers and our heroes.
Yes, they are.
And on that note, I am going to hand it over to my brother, Reggie, for
the words of wisdom. That's right. Hey, thank you for that, Hakeem. Now on with you and your words of wisdom. I know it's going to be good. Here we go.
We have incredible knights who protect us, and these knights are called soldiers and heroes. They come to protect our president during the inauguration so that he could be safe and secure. No one forces anyone to be a soldier today. No one forces them to do anything at all. This is something they volunteer to do in the United States of America. They volunteer their time and their life to this hero status. But there is no greater disrespect than treating these heroes like dogs, treating them like trash that is disposable, having to protect our president, then telling them to get out the house and sleep in the forest is an understatement. I don't know who's responsible for the poor decision that was made, but it is a disgrace not only to the men and women who wear the uniform, not only a disgrace to the men and women who serve this great country, but it's a slap in the face to each and every American citizen who support these fine people who are our heroes of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I hope in the future something like this never, ever happens again. And I hope one day we get the name of the one who was responsible for the mistreatment of our heroes in uniform. Then they should be made to sleep on the floor in the cold-ass garage like a dog.
Man, that was good, man. That was like a tribute to our heroes. So anyways, I want to thank everybody for coming here on Pop City Culture. I know my brother wants to thank you too, right?
Yes, and I'd also like to thank everybody again. And I'd like to tell you that we come to you every single week with a new podcast. It's usually downloaded every Sunday. But with this COVID thing going on, we have problems in our studios. But we will try to get everything to you on that Sunday. And thank you again for making us one of the most popular international podcasts around the world, everywhere, on like every radio station. It's incredible. This has been a great ride. So, that being said, I want to tell you this. Be kind and affectionate to one another. Remember who you are. Until next time, here on Pop City Culture, peace.
Man, you hope they find out who said it so they can sleep on the floor like a dog. Oh, man. Man, tell me how you really feel. Sleep on the floor. Make them sleep on the floor. Man, that's some karma.